cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duties. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are three considerations here: prescribed duties, capricious work, and inaction. Prescribed duties are activities enjoined in terms of one's acquired modes of material nature. Capricious work means actions without the sanction of authority, and inaction means not performing one's prescribed duties. The Lord advised that Arjuna not to be inactive, but that he perform his prescribed duties without being attached to the result. One who is attached to the result of his work is the cause of the action. Thus, he is the enjoyer or sufferer for the result of such action. As far as prescribed duties are concerned, they can be fitted into three subdivisions, namely routine work, emergency work, and desired activities. Routine work performed is as an obligation in terms of spiritual injunctions without desire of results, is action in the mode of goodness. Work with results becomes the cause of bondage. Therefore, such work is not auspicious. Everyone has a proprietary right in regards to prescribed duties, but should act without attachment to the result. Such disinterested obligatory duties doubted, doubtlessly lead one to the path of liberation. Arjuna was therefore advised by the Lord to fight as a matter of duty without attachment to the result. His non-participation in the battle is another side of attachment. Such attachment never leads to the path of salvation. Any attachment, positive or negative, is cause of bondage. Inaction is sinful. Therefore, fighting as a matter of duty was the only auspicious path of salvation for Arjuna. Haribol.
Prabhu, you want to say something?
Yes, so in short, Paramahansa Prabhupada is saying that one has to perform his prescribed duties. So one is required to perform his prescribed duties without attachment to result. Just do it as a matter of duty, and one should do the duty of his occupation, prescribed duties, not act whimsically or do any other thing which is not sanctioned by authorities. So work without attachment, and also don't work whimsically, and also do not avoid work, because that will also cause sinful activity. So in the case of Arjuna, the Lord told him to carry out his prescribed duty, which was Kshatriya. So he needed to fight. And if he carried out his work as a Kshatriya without attachment, then that would not cause bondage. Otherwise, once you become attached to the results, then that will cause bondage. So you become the cause of your action, and then you'll have to suffer or enjoy material results. And not acting also is not allowed in the Shastras, or rather, it is not encouraged, because not acting, somebody will think inaction will be okay, but that is sinful reaction. So one should perform his duties without attachment. That is the bottom. That is the short summary of this verse.
Yeah. No, thank you, Prabhu. This is a very famous verse, right? And very, very instructive verse for us, because we every day do some activity or the other, and many times, at least I used to previously, now I understand the philosophy, but I have to put this into practice. It's like we put in a lot of effort, we do not get the result we want, we get upset. But we have to understand that we are just there are 5 contributing factors for the action, and it's ultimately Krishna's sanction which will make it happen, or it will not happen. Krishna has to sanction that for it to happen. So we are not entitled to the fruits of the action. That doesn't mean that we do not do our work, right? The kids will say, okay, it's not up to me for the marks. And Bhagavad Gita says that we are not entitled to the fruits of action, so we might not study. No, that's not the right position we take. We do our best. and again, the higher position, we offer the results to Krishna. This verse is talking about Nishkam Karma, saying we're not attached to the fruits of the action, because then if we are attached, then we are getting into the bondage. We are incurring karma, right? And that keeps us in this material world. But the other higher path is our karma, where we're not attached, but we offer the results to the Supreme Lord. So we should be always doing a duty, but being detached. It's easier said than done, right? Because we get that when we're doing a duty, we're in the mode of passion and then we want the results. But the higher position is, the mode of goodness is that we do our duty, but not be attached. And then I don't remember, I don't know the verse, but I remember hearing a lecture that in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, this is a verse where it talks about that the pure devotees, the devotees of the Lord, they don't have these restrictions that they have to do their prescribed duties, because they're pure devotees of the Lord. They are debt free. They do not have any rent. We have to do our prescribed duties because we have a debt. We have a debt towards a father. We have a debt towards mother. We have a debt towards the society. We have to do all that because, but the pure devotees of the Lord, they do not have that debt because they are their function is just to serve the Lord. They are not controlled by this this society kind of things. But in the garb of that verse, we cannot say that I'm not going to do my prescribed duties, because even Lord Ram was doing his prescribed duties, serving his father, serving his mother. Unless we are that platform, the pure devotee platform, we have to do our prescribed duties. Otherwise, inaction will cause a sin. That is sin. So for Arjun, as a Kshatriya, it's his prescribed duty to fight. Otherwise, he would incur sin. And this verse has so many meaning, lectures and everything. When Mataji probably can share more insight. Kasturi Manjari Mataji.
Prabhu, I have something to say on this.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Prabhu? Yeah.
Yes.
Again, not you said his duty as to fight as a Kshatriya, so that was his prescribed duty. But still, eventually, he was fighting to please Krishna, because if he was just fighting as a Kshatriya, then he will be doing prescribed duty. So that would also get what he call, that will promote him to a higher planet, higher to a heavenly planet. But when he's doing it as for the pleasure of Krishna, then it becomes devotional service. So in our daily life too, if we try to see if I can use, if I'm working, if I get this Lakshmi, if I can use this for Krishna conscious somehow, then it will get a devotional. It will get a devotional angle to it. Otherwise, it will be another prescribed duty, which will get us a reaction. Maybe good, but not necessarily devotional.
Yes, Prabhu. And when we put Krishna in the center, when we offer the results, it is not reactional, right? We will not. It's our karma. Yeah, Mataji, I think you had come off mute. Kasturi Manjari Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. So, yeah. So this is really, really very important verse, because generally in India people say, right, कर्म करते रहो फल की इच्छा मत करो. कर्म करना मतलब they just believe on that first line, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते, right?
Yeah.
So but there are three more things here Krishna is saying, that not thinking about what fruit will come, you just have to work. And then he says that you shouldn't give up your work also, right?
Yeah.
So then people forget about that part. So if I am thinking that in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is writing that if I am thinking that I am the cause of this result, right? So then whatever karma I do, good or bad, then of course I will be, means I am the cause of it, then I have to come back to reap the result of it, right?
Yeah.
So meaning then if I think I am the cause of the result, then actually I'll keep getting, as you said, that there is fifth component to an action which is Krishna's sanction, right? So we always, actually, if we can remember that part, then we will not, this karma will not bind us. And in third chapter, we will hear all that about. And for Arjuna, even though, like in third chapter, we will hear that, even though he was eligible to actually not be bound um, in the varna and ashrama duties of a kshatriya, but Krishna wanted him to do it to set up an example. That's what he said, right, in third chapter.
Yes.
So for his pure devotees, and he himself is doing the duties. Why? To set an example. So they don't have to live in this varna and ashrama categories, just like you were speaking about that 11th canto verse where Rishinam, Pitrinam and all that, we have the debts from demigods and our parents and other living entities. So a devotee doesn't do things because of that, but Krishna wants them to be exemplary so that others can follow the example and purify and become devotees, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji,
So
I have a question.
yes.
So the example would be the pinda ceremony, where the ordinary person will do the pinda ceremony, but a devotee will do the pinda ceremony, but offer the uh, offer the demigods Krishna prasadam. So it becomes an act of devotional
Yeah.
service, but still he's doing his duty.
Yeah. So that's what we do, right? That we offer the prasad of Krishna to the in the pinda, right?
Right. So you're doing the act, you're doing the duty, but you're also doing devotional service together
Yeah,
because they're getting pressure.
for their deliverance, we are doing it.
Right.
If they are stuck somewhere, so by our offering that prasad, they would get benefited, right?
Right.
Actually, I don't know. Somehow I was inspired from some time back. After offering, when we do our offering to the deities, and then we ask our Gurujan to take that prasad. After that, I kind of many times I think I'm noticing what I do is, okay, I'm offering now to all my ancestors.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I don't know. It has been happening for some time now. How it happened, how did it start? I don't know that one.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
So Mataji, I have a question for you. So in that case, then when we do this pinda thing, and then once you get the prasadam from the Lord, then just traditional speaking, you offer it to the ancestor or have a picture of it, and then you take that and don't consume it. You put it out there, right? Out there for the birds or some other
The crow.
animals to have it.
I don't know,
The
Prabhu,
crow.
because I never did that, so I don't know that.
Yeah, you did it
That's
for crow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even the
yeah, I think so, but I'm not sure. Like,
I know, because that's what we have been following. That's what we were told to do.
Yeah, they are actually.
in India, sorry, Prabhu.
Yeah, in India they do that whenever
Yes.
whenever they do worship, so they keep it outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that plate of
No,
prasadam, which would be offered to the
yeah,
ancestor, right?
like what I do, like I offer to the deities, and then I took some part of the prasadam and I offer to the ancestors, like my mother-in-law picture, and then that prasadam I put outside for the birds.
For the crows, right?
Yeah.
so then the birds are also getting the prasad, right?
Yeah. So that way, like this, that is the particular day, like Shraddha Paks come, that the 15 days come. So the whatever the date, like according to the Shastra, they passed away that particular tithi, we do this thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
we will
all
Sorry,
this
sorry.
Sorry, I was just saying now I think it is going on in India. But when I called day before yesterday to my dad, so he was saying, yeah, there is something. Yeah, he was saying.
Okay.
What,
I'll
Prabhu?
stop.
No,
Shant is not going on, Prabhu, now. I don't.
Not
no,
Shraddha is not going now.
not maybe fraud, but I think once in 6 months they have, right? So now in summer also they have some period, at least in Maharashtra. I mean, I know. So exactly name maybe I have to check, but they said actually Pitru Paksha. I think they going on now. Yeah. Maybe I can check and let you know exactly.
Okay, so it's 8:37. I don't know if we can finish the next part in 3 minutes.
Is it big?
No, it's not.
Which one is it? Yeah.
Yogastha Kuru Karmani. We can quickly.
I have some question.
So I can read. Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya Siddhya Asiddhyasho Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Translation and proper by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Perform your duty equipoised, O Arjun, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. Purport. Krishna tells Arjun that he should act in yoga. And what is that yoga? Yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever-disturbing senses. And who is the Supreme? The Supreme is the Lord. And because he himself is telling Arjun to fight, Arjun has nothing to do with the results of the fight. Gain or victory are Krishna's concern. Arjun is simply advised to act according to the dictation of Krishna. The following of Krishna's dictation is real yoga, and this is practiced in the process called Krishna consciousness. By Krishna consciousness, only can one give up the sense of proprietorship. One has to become the servant of Krishna or the servant of Krishna. That is the right way to discharge duty in Krishna consciousness, which alone can help one to act in yoga. Arjun is a Kshatriya, and as such, he is participating in the Varnashrama Dharma institution. It is said in the Vishnu Puran that is in the Varnashram Dharma, the whole aim is to satisfy Vishnu. No one should satisfy himself, as is the rule in the material world, but one should satisfy Krishna. So unless one satisfies Krishna, one cannot correctly observe the principle of Varnashrama Dharma. Indirectly, Arjun was advised to act as Krishna told him, Hari Bol. So here Krishna is giving further instructions that without attachment to success or failure, with equanimity, is asking Arjun to follow his duty, and that equanimity is called yoga. And Prabhupada further mentions that yoga is basically connecting with the Supreme Lord to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme Lord by controlling our senses, right? And it's like we are not doing the work for ourselves, but we are doing the work to please Krishna. That is real Krishna consciousness. And then he mentions that everything should be done for the pleasure of Vishnu or Krishna. If we are doing for ourselves, then we are getting again in the last verse that if we're doing it for ourselves, again we are getting caught in the material bondage. So yeah. This is what Mataji, you want to add something, or somebody wants to add or correct?
No, that's all. I think it's good.
Okay. Saying it's 8:40, so can just say our prayers. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्री भगवद गीता की जय थैंक यू डिवोटीज धन्यवाद
Thank you,
प्रणाम
Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you, devotees. Hare
Who,
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.